Section 1.3, midpoint and distance in the coordinate plane. Today we're going to look at a couple formulas we'll use in the coordinate plane, and not really a whole bunch of different types of problems we're going to do here. Basically just knowing these two formulas. Again, we're going to be providing formulas for you. You just got to know how to use them. If you can use them properly, really nothing too crazy today. So start off today with the midpoint formula. Basically for the midpoint formula, we take our x's, add them together, divided by 2. Take our y's, add them together, divided by 2, and that's it. That's our midpoint formula. It's the point in the middle of the other 2 points. So I already have the picture drawn of A, B. It's not drawn to scale. It's just a rough estimate of where those points would be. And we're looking for that point in the middle. So to find the midpoint of A and B, we're simply going to take our x's, -8 and 2, and add them together, divide by 2. Take our y's, 6 and -1, add them together, divide by 2. And that's it. That's our whole formula. Okay, -8 plus 2 is -6. 6 plus -1 is 5. Okay, and then simplifying here, we get -3, 5 halves, or 2.5 if you prefer that. That's it. That's our midpoint formula. Okay, pause the video there, and please try the next one. All right, here is the work you should have done for the next problem. And that's it. I would just leave it as -7 halves, -1 half for my answer. Okay, if you want to write it as -3.5, -0.5, that's fine. Okay. Next problem. Now, these are different problems here. You can read the statement given to us, you can tell this is a different problem. Okay, it says M is the midpoint, but this time they're not asking us to find the midpoint because the midpoint is being told to us. So we got to find one of the endpoints, find B. I'm going to attack this problem a little bit differently. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a random segment here. And on that segment, I'm going to put A and B as my endpoints. And I'm going to put M in the middle. And put my tick marks there to show me it's a midpoint. Then I'm going to label A is at 2, 5, and M is at 5, 1. And we're trying to find B. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to count. I'm going to look at my x-coordinates. So look at my x-coordinates. 2 and 5. Somehow I went from 2 to 5. How did I get from 2 to 5? Well, pretty easily, I added 3. And since M is exactly in the middle, whatever I did to get from A to M, I have to do again to get from M to B. So I'm going to add 3 more. And that gives me 8. So my x-coordinate must be 8. Okay, then to get the y-coordinates, same thing. Look at the y-coordinates. What did I do to get from 5 to 1? Well, I subtracted 4. So subtract 4 more, I'm at -3. So the x-coordinate must be -3. Sorry, the y-coordinate is -3. Therefore, B must be at the point 8, -3. Pause the video and try the next problem. All right, there's my segment RT, where S is the middle. And my points. Again, looking at the x-coordinates, what did I do to get from -2 to 5? Well, I added 7. Geez, I've added 5 there, huh? So then add 7 more. I'm at 12. And the y-coordinates, what did I do to get from 4 to 9? I added 5. Add 5 more. We're at 14. Therefore, T is at 12, 14. Hopefully you all got that one right. The next page, we're talking about distance. Distance formula between 2 points. Okay, there is your distance formula. Distance is equal to the square root of x minus x squared plus y minus y squared. Okay, does it matter which one's x1, which one's x2? No, it does not. So let's take a look at PQ. Big square root sign. So x minus x. If you want to do negative 3 minus 4, that's fine. If you want to do 4 minus negative 3, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Plus, now because I chose negative 3 to go first, I must choose negative 5 to go first as well. So negative 5 minus negative 6. And now we just simplify. Negative 3 minus 4 is negative 7. Negative 5 plus 6 is 1. Negative 7 squared is 49. 1 squared is 1. So I get PQ is equal to the square root of 50. I don't have my calculator handy, but I know that's approximately 7.1. Please pause the video and try letter B. All right, so for JK, again, it doesn't matter which x I pick first. This time I'm going to pick negative 6 to go first. So negative 6 minus 9. Now because I chose negative 6, I must choose 12. So 12 minus negative 5. If you did it differently, that's absolutely fine. So negative 6 minus 9 is negative 15. 12 plus 5 is 17. Negative 15 squared is 225. 17 squared is 289. Add those together. I believe that's square root of 514. Again, I don't have my calculator handy, and I do not know the square root of 514 off the top of my head, so let me get my calculator out, ready to go. And I get JK is approximately 22.7 units of measure. I slide already. So one more distance between the 2 points here. We don't know the points this time, we're going to find them. So this point right here is at 0, negative 5. This point right here is at 5, 1. Now we know our points, we just use our distance formula just like we've been doing. So distance equals 5 minus 0 squared plus 1 minus negative 5 squared, which is 5 squared plus 6 squared, 25 plus 36, which is root 61. And if I'm rounding that to the nearest tenth, we're at approximately 7.8 for our distance. Okay, example 5. We're finding two distances this time, JK and FG, and we're going to see if they're congruent. So let's do JK first. So J is at negative 4, 0, and K is at negative 1, negative 3. So JK is equal to negative 4 minus negative 1 squared plus 0 minus negative 3 squared, which is negative 3 squared plus 3 squared, which is 9 plus 9, which is root 18. Now I don't need to round this to the nearest tenth because all I'm doing is I'm checking to see if these are equal or not. So we'll just leave it as root 18. Now to find FG, F is at 1, 2, and G is at 5, 5. So 5 minus 1 squared plus 5 minus 2 squared. 4 squared plus 3 squared. Root 16 plus 9, which is root 25. which we should all know is 5, but it doesn't matter. Are root 18 and root 25 the same? Obviously not. So these two are not congruent. One last time, pause the video and try that last problem. Okay, I'm not going to go through all the works of this. I'm just going to finish off here and show you what you should have got here. So AB, you should have got square root of 10. CD, you should have got square root of 10. So are they congruent? Yes. AB is congruent to CD. That's it for 1.3.